Alright, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and let's get straight into today's video. Alright, because in today's video we're going to be doing a follow-up video on combo card characters. We did do a guide on the combo card characters and how you can upgrade them and where you can get the resources and how hard it is to upgrade combo card characters a few videos back. So if you do want to check out that video, go ahead and check that one out. But in today's video, we're going to be going over the combo card characters' skills and abilities. And we're also going to be ranking them from the best combo card character to the worst combo card character, obviously. Um, different combos you can do with them, what kind of teams you can run with them, and all that good stuff. So we're going to be covering just these three, the first three, because the CP9 one is obviously the free-to-play one, and there's no point in even really covering that one because it's not great at all in the game. You shouldn't upgrade it at all, in my opinion. So we're not going to be covering this one. Obviously, this one is the worst combo card character, so I do not recommend, as I said, upgrading this one. We're going to be covering the skills and abilities of these three, and then we're going to be ranking them, as I said, on the best combo card character to the worst, so first to third. So let's go into the first combo card character, Sabo, Ace, and Luffy. So SAL as well. Right, so obviously SAL, a skill type character, not the highest crew rating for a combo card character, as you will see. Um, but for the affinities, you do have Sabo, Flamethrower, Fruit, Snake Man, Luffy, Ace. Obviously, not that hard to get in the game. Marshall D. Cheech, so Blackbeard and Kaido for the second one, not that hard as well. The third one might be a little bit challenging for some people. Marine Hero Garp. Most people probably don't have Marine Hero Garb. Edwin Newgate, maybe you don't have Edwin Newgate. A Redhead Shanks, everyone should have him at the very start of the game. So that's absolutely amazing. And then you have the Dark Jade rings and the Dark Jade necklaces for them. Just before we get into their skills and abilities, their fighting spirit obviously is the firefighting spirit. Initially gains 130 points of rage, that should be. Gains additional 55 points each time a crew dies. So very good for this character, as this character you will see is very ult based. All about their ultimate ability. Alright, so let's go into their passive ability, Brother Spirits. Increases own defense rate by 10% and crit resistance rate by 10%. So not amazing. Not the greatest passive. First part of the passive. When being attacked in battle, it increases damage reduction by 15% and attack by 15%. That's actually quite amazing. But yeah, not the longest passive, obviously. Very short passive, so it's not insane or anything, but it's not horrible or trash by all means. So looking at their their basic ability, deals damage to a single enemy unit, 160% plus 30 points of damage, while increasing own ultimate damage by 10% and lifesteal rate by 10%. So not the most insane basic ability, I'm gonna be honest. Not really that great, I'm gonna be honest. Only 10%. 10% lifesteal, so it's not insane. Don't really like this basic ability, but as I said, we'll see in their ultimate ability why this character is all about their ultimate ability. Increases own crit and crit strength by 10%, stackable, and deals damage to all enemy units, so 170% plus 48 points of damage. Disperses own negative effect, reducing every unit's rage by 150 points, and reduces their rage recovery speed by 90%. That's quite insane. 90% rage recovery speed reduction on an ultimate for the entire enemy team is quite insane. And then 150 points as well, and then when they ult as well, they're getting 200 points of rage back as well. So this character is absolutely amazing for their ultimate. Basically just used for their ultimate, really. Like as we said, their basic ability isn't that great. Their passive kind of not really a long passive, not much to it. So this character is all about their ultimate ability and getting their ultimate off and reducing the enemy's rage and their recovery speed. So absolutely amazing. Actually an amazing combo with Sir Crocodile on defense. Because if you run in with Sir Crocodile, you can just run slaughter flags on him for the ultimate damage. And then his ult will just be hitting so hard. And then if you run him on the strength team with Rosenet for the debuffs, he'll just be doing even more damage. However, most people won't have Rosenet built up. That's just a very whaley thing. So most people just run him with Law and with Monkey D. Dragon because he does enhance your ultimate abilities. Pretty decent combo card character. Next up, we're going to be going over the 3 top Admirals. Now, for their affinities, it is a little bit harder. The first one, a lot of people probably won't have. Sengoku, Zephyr, and Marine Hero Garp aren't the easiest of characters to get in the game. So most people probably won't have this one, which is actually very important for this character, 25% attack. Then you have Blackbeard, Subway Flame, Flame Fruit, and then the SR Crocodile and SR NL. These ones obviously aren't that hard to get in the game. And then just Ace and Edward Newgate for the last affinity right there. So not very hard. Everyone should have these two, but obviously the top one might be very hard for some people. And then the same thing, Dark Jades as well, so the same as SAL. And then for their Fighting Spirit, it restores 30 points of rage when a crew dies, so same thing. However, restores 40 points of rage for each attack. So instead of initial rage, they get rage per attack, which is very interesting. Because on this character, he's one of the very few characters in the game you'll see in just a sec when we go over his abilities, that you actually want to run a minus skill chance on this character. Funny enough, it's actually very good on this character. So let's go into the passive ability, Power of Logia Fruits. It raises own ultimate damage by 20%, so already double SAL's passive, so absolutely amazing. Upon deployment, every friendly unit on the field, including the player, so including himself, raises their own crit rate by 4%, so 24% at the start of the battle, and damage rate by 4%, so an extra 24% crit rate and 24% damage rate. Absolutely amazing. I actually really like these guys' passive. For every enemy existing, raises own crit resistance rate by 5% and damage resistance rate by 5%. So that's 30% crit resistance and damage rate and damage resistance by 30% at the start of the battle. So it's absolutely amazing. I already love this passive. Absolutely amazing passive. Upon being attacked, it reduces the attacker's rage by 100 points and attack by 6. As you can see, Shirahoshi's passive literally right here. They just copy and pasted from these guys. This is what part of Shirahoshi's passive is, except maybe she reduces 150 and 200 rage. Can't remember. But you get what I mean. And then if own HP is lower than 50%, it raises own damage resistance by 100% for one turn. Now that might seem quite insane, but that is only for one turn, and you can get below 50% quite fast in battles. I would have rather them made it like 30% for the entire battle, or something like that, 30-40% for the entire battle, rather than just 100% for one turn. So I think this is the worst part of his passive, in my opinion. But however, if own HP is lower than 20%, removes all negative stats, and heals own HP by 20%, absolutely, by 25%, absolutely amazing. As well as increasing his rage by 500 points, so he's going to get his ultimate back as soon as he drops below 25% health, basically. But yeah, overall, very good passive, in my opinion. Absolutely amazing passive. Their minor skill, or basic skill, deals damage to the unit with the highest rage, with 160% plus 20 points damage. I love that. It's amazing, going for the unit with the highest rage and then reducing their rage by 150 points so they can't ult for that turn, while raising the damage of this minor skill by 30%. And then the minor skill charge raises by 10%, which can be stacked up to 40%. And then as well, increasing your attack by 10%, which can also be stacked up to 30%. So that's why you want this character to be using their minor skill as much as possible. So he can stack up, he can keep reducing the rage of the highest character's rage on the enemy team, so they can't ult. And then he is also healing himself by 15%. So this is probably one of the best minor skills in the entire game. This is absolutely amazing. So this is why you want to run minor skill trance on this character. Because if they can just keep getting their minor skill off, Like, it's just, they're just gonna keep stacking up, keep reducing the rage, keep healing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so going into their ultimate, deals damage to a single enemy unit, 400% plus 25% of damage, raises own attack and defense by 15%, and reduces the target's crit resistance by 20%. So, absolutely amazing there. For every one ultimate skill cast, so the effect switches in once in rotation, so when the amount of the ultimate skills is an odd number, there is an 85% chance to stun the target, which is amazing. That is the best chance ultimate in the game. The closest is Shirahoshi with 60%, so 85% is going to be quite consistent for 2 turns, while reducing their healing rate and rage recovery speed by 40% for 2 turns. So absolutely amazing. And then obviously the even number, it raises own crit rate by 80%. Now with his passive, you're also gaining 24% crit rate, so he's already got 104% crit rate. So this is basically gonna crit every single time, and then damage rate by 35%. So absolutely amazing. These two effects are amazing. Very good against healing type units. Frankie, General Frankie, reducing his recovery speed, reducing his healing, stunning. Just absolutely amazing. And then this attack will ignore the block rate. So against block rate team, absolutely amazing, while additionally taking true damage of own attack. So unfortunately, the downside to this ultimate, as it is pretty good, you do take true damage of own attack by 80%, so you are nuking your own self. It's not the worst thing taking 80% damage because you do get those bonuses from your passive, so it does kind of synergize with his passive. It's absolutely amazing. The only problem with this character, in my opinion, is there isn't really a team for him, unfortunately. You can run him on, I guess, the strength team. Let's go over the last combo card character. Obviously, Nami, Bo Hancock, and Nico Robin. Now this one is quite a disappointment, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. 17,630 crew rating. For the affinities, you do need Carrot, which some people might not have. Carrot's just one of those obscure characters that you probably would never go for or get, so people probably won't have this one. Then Yamato, and then obviously the second one, Sanji, Germa, and Mizoro, Monkey King, Luffy. Most people should have those characters, that shouldn't be that bad. And then the last one, Doflamingo, that's just the SR, Doflamingo, Michael D. Teach, everyone should have that one. So it's just Carrot that people boast, it's just Carrot that people basically won't have for this character. Then the Dark Jade rings and Dark Jade necklaces, same as the other ones. Alright, so their fighting spirit is extremely, terribly worded. In the soul of the sand, in all the play, the beginner of the game, back to the anger, 20 points each time the outside. This to make no sense at all. This makes legitimately no sense at all. Luckily, this isn't one of the greatest combo characters, as you guys will see. So if we go into Dazzling Gorgeouses, so when they're with Monkey King, Luffy in the field, increases self crit strength by 25%, and Mizoro in the field increases defense and self crit rate by 10%, stacks up to 5 times. Recovers 150 points of rage for yourself when dealing damage. The problem with this passive skill is Monkey King, Luffy, and Mizoro aren't the greatest characters in the game, unfortunately. So that's why most people don't go for this combo card character. Now, looking at their basic ability, inflicts 170% plus 40% plus 40 damage to the target. There is a 40% chance to stun the target, decreasing the target's attack defense by 20% for 2 turns. Again, chance based. Don't like that. Increases the damage taken by the target 1 turn. And then looking at their ultimate ability, inflicts 300% plus 48 damage to a row, increases self attack and defense by 20%, and break rate by 50% for 2 turns, so that's amazing. It's probably the best part about the whole character so far. Increases all allies' resistance rate for 2 turns. Then the higher the HP, the better the bonus the effect on the allies, so 10 to 15%. Increases the damage taken by the target for 1 turn, so same thing. And then after the weapon is awakened, increases self-damage by 20%, guarantees Sakana guarantees to cast minor skill on the first turn, and greatly increases the break rate. So they actually have quite a decent ultimate ability, but the rest of the character is just not good at all. Alright, so that's the skills and abilities of all the combo card characters, and a little bit of the combos that you can do with them. In my opinion, SAL is the best. However, the three Admirals are very good as well. I would say SAL is better just because he actually has a team, he has a few combos, his ultimate's really good, and then the Admirals just don't really have a team, unfortunately. You can put them in Stream Team and they'll do well, like they have a really good passive, good ultimate ability, and good minor skill ability. Probably one of the best minor skill abilities in the game. SAL number 1, and then close behind them the three Admirals. The three top Gorgeouses I would not even recommend. As I said, you need Monkey King, Luffy, and Missouri, and they're not great characters. And then CP9 is just the free one, so obviously not great at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video on the rundown of all the skills and abilities of the combo card characters, the combos you can do with them, maybe the different flags you can run with them, like we said, with the first two, and all that good stuff. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.